Hey there, Jack.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's going on? How you been?
Doing good now that school's over. Man, it was a long day.
Long day.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad I was able to catch you. I'm glad you came out and saw me before you went home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to turn you down, man. It's my safe place. You know?
I got you. Well, let me tell you why I called you in here. Dr. Gray, your math teacher, called me earlier this morning. A little concerned about math, about your math grade. And the reason why I'm a little concerned about it as well is I've actually gone in and looked at your grade books and your other classes.
Yeah.
And you're skyrocketing. You got like high 90s all the way up here, and then down here in math, you got a 40.
Well, yeah, but like biology's like that's interesting stuff. It's cool, and I get it, and it's different, you know. It's like biology's easy. The math is, it's different.
Okay, so what is happening in biology? Because you said biology is doing well.
Yeah.
So what's happening in biology that is not happening in math? What's happening here that's not necessarily happening here?
Well, I mean, for one thing, it's a different teacher. Mr. Riggs teaches biology, and man, he's on point. You know, he teaches that stuff. I get it. He makes it interesting, and then my bros are in there, and we can study for that class together.
Okay.
It's just like I like everything about that. He brought snakes in there the other day, man. He brought snakes in there. It was so cool.
Yeah, I don't do the snakes. All right, but go on. As you were saying.
But I mean, it's just everything that I like about that biology class is everything that I don't like about my math class. You know, I don't get along with the teacher. I don't know anyone in there. He just sits in. We just sit in there and he talks about math during the entire math. And it just.
Well, don't you think that with him being in math class, that what he'd be talking about is math?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So let me ask you this: you brought up your teacher, okay? You brought up some issues about your teacher. Mr. Rick, you get along great, and then there's something here. What is the? I guess my question to you is, what do you see that you connect with here that you maybe don't connect with Mr. Rick?
Well, Mr. Riggs, he has a lot of energy in the way he teaches, right? Like,
okay.
I don't know, I almost feel like he's one of us sometimes, you know, just because he's always moving around and talking about the things that are interesting to him and stuff like that. And he shows us stuff about the subjects that we actually, you know, stuff that's interesting, stuff that we can take home. And, you know, I can look at the stuff in my yard and say, yeah, I know what that is now. But in math, it's not like that. I mean, I don't feel like because I know I'm not going to walk into my backyard and say, oh, look, math, but I don't even know how to apply anything that I don't even know how to apply it, like, to the tests. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't click with me the way he teaches it.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Let's back up a little bit. On a scale from 0 to 10, let's say 0 is just bombed out awful, to 10 is the best that you can be. Solely on math, where do you fall in that scale of where you struggle? What's your struggle level between that?
With just the math itself?
With just the math itself.
The math? 7, 8? I mean, the math, I understand. You know, once I finally get to where I can get the math and where I know how to take this thing that we've learned and apply it to this thing that's on the test or whatever, I can do it. It takes so long to get there, you know, and I feel like with the way things are in that class, I don't have time to get there with all the material before our next test comes, and then we're moving on to the next subject, the next, you know, section of the class.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. You said you got a 7 and 8 to the math, and then it kind of goes back to what you're talking about as far as teachers. So let me ask you a question. Let's say you come to school tomorrow, and I come find you, and I say, I was able to switch your math class. You got a totally different teacher, totally different environment. How would that make you feel?
Better? Can you do that?
I can't make no promises because we're so far into the semester.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, if I was to come to you and I say, I got you out of Dr. Gray's class for math, and I got you in Miss Griffin's class, would you be able to get to that 7-8 level that you talked about in math, like how you are with the other subjects, with your biology and your English and your social studies?
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, I've heard good things about Dr. Griffin's class. I even have a couple of friends in there, so I could study with them. You know, it's just, I need something to be going for me. And yeah, I mean, if something like that happened, I feel like I could get to my 7 or 8. Shoot, I might be even be able to get to a 9.
Cool. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. Okay, because we are. I ain't gonna hold you much longer because I know that you got to get home. I know your mom's probably waiting on you. So, here's what I want you to do. Okay, I want you, when you go to math class tomorrow, I want you to go into Dr. Gray's class, and I want you to act like you are going into Miss Griffin's class. Okay, and that might be a little challenge for you because you've already got this thought in your mind that I just can't succeed here. Okay, but if you were to take that thought, what you have in her class, and compare it to how you do with your other subjects, see how that might help you interact a little bit better. To asking Mr. Gray, hey, I'm struggling here. What can I do? Or what can you do to give me extra? What can I do to get extra? Something along those lines. But if you are saying that you got that 7-8 scale, obviously you can get the material. It's just there's something that's just not clicking here, and we're going to get there. So for the next few days, I'm going to get with you by the end of the week. We'll meet again for a few minutes, and we'll see if that scale that you're at with math, where you're at right, where do you think you are right now if things don't change? Are you about at 3, 4? What do you think you may be?
Oh, just in the class?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. And you said that you know that you could be up at that 7 level.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's actually change it. Let's say we give you a week. Okay. Let's come back together in a week, and let's see if you got to that 7, or if we at least with the help of maybe.
Let's try 5.
Okay.
Let's try 5. I can try for 5.
Then make 5 your goal, okay. and let's see what we can do, because you never know that you'll get up to that 7, and like you were talking about, might get to that 9, might get that 10. But let's just see what we can do. Okay? So can you do that for me?
Yeah, I can do
All right, man. Then let's get back together in a week.
All right, sounds good.
All right, brother.